Whether it's cotton or cocoa, coffee or maize, agricultural commodities remaining one of Africa's key exports. The farmers don't usually see the full benefits of their work. In today's Connecting Africa, Eleni Giarkos explores the untapped potential.
A 2019 McKinsey report estimated that sub-Saharan Africa would need 8 times more fertilizer, 6 times more improved seed, at least $8 billion of investment in storage like silos and warehouses, and as much as $65 billion in irrigation to fulfill its agricultural potential.
Now we need to get to the stage where to say, let's realize the potential. And I think for me, it goes back to say, what is it that you need to actually be able to be a successful farmer? You need some bit of certainty in the piece of land that you are in. You need money to flow in. Money will only flow in if there is certainty. That goes back to governments to say you have a responsibility for allocating land rights for a number of countries, formalizing the land governance. As soon as that is done, the financial institutions, either locally or globally, will see a potential there and be able to invest in those things.
Leading agricultural economist Wandile Sihlobo makes regular visits to farmers like Gift Mafuleka, who is targeting soybeans as a potentially game-changing crop.
There is a demand for the crop. South Africa has well over 2 million tons processing capacity for soybeans, and we're still producing in the region of 1.7 million tons of soybeans.
Do you have plans to export to other African countries?
Most definitely, if more countries would be able to open up borders for various commodities and limit restrictions in terms of genetics of commodities, then I think we can be able to feed ourselves.
Sihlobo believes the African Continental Free Trade Area could particularly benefit the agri-tech sector.
I mean, on the biotechnology side, if you think about South Africa, which, for example, is using genetically modified seeds on maize, the yields per hectare for maize on average, they're roughly around about 6 tons per hectare. But in countries that haven't adopted that technology, in the same continent, neighboring Zimbabwe, you see that the yields are around about 1 tons per hectare or even less than that. That already tells you then that if technologies could be accepted in the other countries, there's a lot of improvement that in a hectare that farmers could pretty much gain. And then that produce that comes out of that is where we can add value, is what we could trade, is where incomes could come from.